We spend 1/3 of our lives asleep. In that state, we have experiences that feel more real than waking life. We fly, we fall, we speak to the dead. We relive memories that never happened, and then we wake up and most of us forget. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Today, we enter the forgotten archive of the sleeping mind. We ask, what are dreams really for? Why did ancient civilizations build temples around them? And why, in our modern age, have we reduced them to nothing more than random noise? This is the case file on the one mystery we all share, and the one we have been trained to ignore, the sleep of reason. Before psychology, before neuroscience, before the word subconscious was ever spoken, there were dream temples. In ancient Egypt, the sick would travel to sanctuaries of Serapis, where they would sleep in sacred chambers, hoping for a dream that would heal them. In Greece, the Asclepia temples dedicated to the god of healing offered incubation rituals, fasting, purification, and a night of sleep on a sacred skin. The dream that came was considered a prescription, a diagnosis, a divine message. These were not fringe practices. They were the medicine of the time. The dream was not a curiosity, it was a portal. The Mesopotamians kept dream books, collections of symbols and their meanings. The Egyptians recorded dreams on papyrus. The Hebrew scriptures are filled with dream-based prophecies. Jacob's ladder, Joseph's 11 stars, Daniel's visions. The dream was a legitimate channel for truth, and then slowly, that channel was closed. With the rise of rationalism, the dream became suspect. It was the province of poets, madmen, and women, the irrational fringe. Aristotle dismissed dreams as mere byproducts of digestion. Early church fathers warned against trusting them. Dreams, they said, were the devil's playground. By the Enlightenment, dreams were firmly categorized as nonsense. They had no place in the world of logic, measurement, and order. But something was lost in that dismissal. The dream temples were not just places of superstition. They were ritual containers for the unconscious. They acknowledged that the mind has its own language, a language that does not use words, but images, emotions, and sensations. When we stopped listening to that language, we lost contact with a part of ourselves that was never meant to be silenced. In the late 19th century, the dream began to creep back into respectability. Sigmund Freud called them the royal road to the unconscious. Carl Jung went further, arguing that dreams are not just personal, but collective, that they draw on a shared reservoir of symbols and archetypes that all humans recognize. Then came the science. In the 1950s, researchers discovered REM sleep, rapid eye movement, and found that this is when most vivid dreaming occurs. They learned that REM is not a passive state. It is essential for memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and even creativity. But even with this knowledge, we have not returned to the dream temple. We treat dreams as side effects, not signals. We pop sleeping pills that suppress REM. We stay up late scrolling, trading dreams for artificial stimulation. We wake to alarms that yank us out of the deepest cycles. We have more technology than any civilization in history, but we are poorer in dreams. But here is the rabbit hole. What if dreams are not just personal? What if they are also collective, a shared reality we access when the ego steps aside? What if the dream temples were not places of healing for individuals, but for the entire community? Some indigenous cultures treat dreams as the property of the tribe. A dream about a herd of animals is not a private symbol. It is a guide for the hunt. A dream about a stranger is a message for the council. Dreams are social. If that is true, if dreams are a shared language, then forgetting them is not just a personal loss, it is a cultural amnesia. We have lost the ability to read the night, to interpret its symbols, to share its messages. And when a culture loses its dreams, it loses its moral compass. Tonight, you will go to sleep. You will enter a state that science cannot fully explain, that philosophy cannot fully define, that religion cannot fully claim. You will dream. In the dream, you may speak to someone you lost. You may fly. You may return to a place you've never been. You may remember. You may forget. The question is not whether dreams mean anything. The question is, are you willing to listen to a language that does not use words? This has been a Mysterious Encounters investigation, and the dream is still speaking.